All right, it's a new day. It's a new episode of Your Daily Scrum with professional Scrum trainers Ryan Ripley and Todd Miller. That's Todd, I'm Ryan. We wrote this cool book.
And back here's Ray.
Here. There's Ray. There's our book.
There's Ray. She's hanging out.
Check that out. Check out the description. Be sure to say hi to Ray in the comments. Like and subscribe so you never miss a video. You know the YouTube drill. Let's roll. Todd, today's video.
Story.
I've been saying this at the end of every video. We're just going to bring it to the front. Story points are trash. And so people, look, I've caught some heat on Twitter for this. Some of our longtime favorite haters have popped up and have been yelling at me about this. But people, in all seriousness, like, why are we on this mission to get story points and velocity removed? And here's something that popped up. Right. This is the kind of stuff that we see every week in classes. We get tagged on in social media all the time. And so this is from the Scrum Master growth community on LinkedIn. Here, I'll remove the banner here so you can see it. And look, this is a person saying, hello, Scrum Masters. I came across new information about team velocity recently. The interviewer asked me my team size and its velocity. When I answered, I was told it was too low. The interviewer said this is an industry standard velocity for a certain, there is an industry standard. For example, a team of 7 members, the velocity should be a minimum of 55. And this person has come to the group saying, is this correct?
My goodness.
The person asking the question, I'm not upset with, right? So we're not beating up and we've blocked out their name. We're not going to embarrass anybody. They're asking a question that came out of an interview. This is just the state of our industry.
Yeah.
Right, Todd?
Yeah. I think that story points began with a really good intention, and the intention that was originally there and meant for story points is completely gone at this point. What's happening now is people are using story points and velocity to weaponize getting productivity out of developers. That's reality of it. And that is more often than not what we see what happen. And what happens then when you weaponize a metric, right? We're going to do a video on this, the Hawthorne effect, right? People's behavior is going to change as a response to that. So what you have is miserable people that are being forced to do something that is quite arbitrary to begin with. And it needs to stop. Not that it can't happen with what we promote. It can happen with cycle time, right? But at least we can get out of front and change it. Get rid of this antiquated thing that is no longer useful because it has done more harm than good at this point.
Yeah, I agree with you. In the beginning, it made sense. Ron Jeffries might have had a good idea. Mike Cohn pushed it pretty hard in his book, and 10, 15 years ago, that all made sense to do, right? I think those were good things to do. But today, though, we've got to stop this. Like, these do not work. And there's people out there trying to rehabilitate story points. There's others that have come up with cosmic points, which is kind of like a trying to be a prettier version of story. It's all nonsense, right? We get accused of hand waving quite a bit, but I will stick with this forever. The flow metrics, cycle time, throughput, item aging, and WIP limits with some basic product backlog refinement can go a long way in helping your teams not only become more predictable, but to do meaningful work, to do the minimal but sufficient to meet a need, to deliver value. And you start getting this, you get your flow metrics in place, and then suddenly you have this opportunity to become predictable. But these obfuscations, these story points, cosmic points, these even hour-based estimates, it's really, I don't know, Todd. I find a lot of this to just be more hand-waving than anything else. It's, we have cosmic points and we can predict the future, or your story points are capacity. Let's stop being silly here. It's a lagging indicator of capacity that is worthless, right? But if I know the average cycle time, the average throughput, what our WIP limits have been, and item aging, I can make new and better decisions sooner, and I can work with the team on predictability, on modifying our system of work with some guidelines in place. Like, I can do so many great things with those metrics, including forecasting.
Yeah. And like, let's just stop the harmful stuff, right? We're at a point in technology where it is really difficult to find good people, and people are just going to keep leaving. And if these are the kinds of things that you're measuring, stop it, right? There's a whole other world out there that we should be focused on and measuring. Check out our EBM video series. The reason why we're saying this is because they are antiquated and it's over. And I don't think that we're going to even engage in any debates, right? Like, stop. Just
If
move
you're
on,
promoting story points, stop. If
Yeah.
you're teaching velocity, stop. If you're hiring people and they start talking about these things, don't hire them. Like, it's time to let's stop this. Let's just full stop on story points and velocity. Let's all get acquainted with newer and better practices, and let's move out of the 1990s. All right.
Yeah. Dig it. I'm down, Ryan. Are you down?
I'm down. All right. I'm down with the end screen. Be sure to like and subscribe.
Rant over.
Yeah. And you know what? Your mileage may vary, everybody. If you like them, keep them. If you want to hire people that promote them, do that. It's just, this is our opinion. Take it with a grain of salt, right? Maybe we should come back on this. Your mileage will vary on this advice, right? If you're, and let me give the ultimate caveat, because we should be fair here, Todd. If your team's using story points, you're successfully delivering, and your customer loves you, ignore us.
Yeah, I think that's fair. That's a pretty good call. Yeah.
Right? So we're open to the idea that we're wrong. Let us know in the comments if we are.
Hello, Hank.
Hank is demanding attention. But yeah, let us know in the comments, right? If you think this is a bad take, if we're wrong, let us know. We'll discuss it for a little bit. But these ideas are not helping us. We need to stop, and we need to adapt. All right, now let's do the end screen. Like and subscribe. Check out the socials. Some of our courses are going to pop up. We have a free framework course. We have a free EBM course. We want you to use those. Go out, check them out, watch them, get certified. Buy some of our merch. If you're getting some value here, drop a thank you, caffeinate Todd, or pick up a hoodie. They would look good, and you deserve it. For Todd, I'm Ryan. Go forward, do some great Scrum things. Story points are trash. See you tomorrow.